Before we begin, take a slow breath in. Let your shoulders soften. Let your mind settle. Let this moment become a quiet pause in your day, a space where you return to yourself. Welcome back to The Shift. Today's conversation brings you to an inner truth that most people never fully realize. A truth that will change the way you move, the way you decide, and the way you see yourself. You are capable of more. Not because you should be, not because you are trying to prove anything, but because the version of you that is emerging is larger than the life you are currently holding. Let's explore that together. Most people think capacity is talent, or skill, or the result of years of experience. But that is not true. Capacity is not something external. It is not something you acquire. It is not something you earn. Capacity is what becomes available when your identity expands. When you shift who you believe you are, your mind rearranges itself around that new belief. And suddenly, actions that felt overwhelming become natural and simple. This is why you can have days where you feel unstoppable, and other days where the smallest task feels heavy. It is not inconsistency. It is not weakness. It is not even lack of discipline. It is simply this. You are trying to hold a bigger life with a smaller identity. You are asking yourself to operate at a level you have not grown into yet. Your mind does not resist because you are incapable. It resists because the version of you who can handle more is still waiting to be embodied. And when that embodiment happens, your capacity multiples effortlessly. This is the heart of the shift. You do not grow into your goals. You grow into the version of you who can hold them. When you say, I don't think I can do this, or I don't know if I'm ready, you are not describing your capacity. You are describing your self-image at that moment, the image you have of yourself. You feel limited because you are operating below your real potential. Because your mind is under-stimulated, not overwhelmed. And because your identity has not caught up with your desire. And here is something important. When you are meant for more, staying small is exhausting. Your fatigue is not coming from doing too much. It is coming from doing too little of what you are made for. Your confusion does not mean you lack direction. It means the direction you want requires a higher version of you to emerge. And your doubt? It is not a message that something is wrong. It is a signal that your current identity cannot yet carry the life you desire, but the next version of you can. So let me offer you a simple, powerful question. A question that opens the door to capacity without force, without pressure, without overwhelm. Take a breath and ask yourself, if I trusted myself 10% more, what would I allow myself to attend today? Not 200% more, not a dramatic transformation, just 10%. Because capacity expands quietly, calmly, and steadily. When you trust yourself a little more, You begin doing things that your old identity never permitted. And that shift, quiet, natural, unforced, is enough to change the trajectory of your life. Capacity does not arrive with noise. It arrives with recognition. Oh, I can hold this. I can do this. I am built for more than I thought. So please, let this truth settle in your chest. You are not too small for the life you want. You are growing into it. Every choice, every breath, every quiet step you take brings you closer to the version of you who feels naturally capable, naturally grounded, naturally powerful. You do not need to rush. You do not need to force anything. Your capacity is already inside you. You are simply learning to meet it. And here is what happens next. Once capacity rises, that begins to fade, and something remarkable appears in its place. Direction. Clear, calm, unmistakable direction. In the next episode, we will explore exactly how this shift happens and why that loses its power when you begin stepping into who you are becoming. As for me, I shall see you on our private live calls in both programs and in the next episode of this podcast. With unwavering guidance and a steadfast heart, I am Louise Marie, your Dynamite delegate, helping you rise to meet the life you were born to live.